I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting.
What is up, guys, and welcome to the vlog. Today we're going to be working on the bumper. I'm going to do something today that I'm probably going to get some hate for, but we have the black bumper and it's somewhat straight. I did straighten it out some. It still's got a little bit of a hump in the back, but you know what, we're going to go ahead and paint this thing today. It's not going to take long. Remember, it's a bumper. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and get some paint on this thing, show you guys how I go about doing it, and we're going to do it right here in the driveway. Have you ever seen the people that go around to the used car lots and whatnot, and they have a tent that they set up, you know, over the top of the vehicle, and they actually paint bumpers outside? So it can be done. You can get away with a lot because it is a bumper. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. We have this new piece right here coming in from eBay. Well, it's used anyway. Mine's all bowed up and it's actually shrank, so we're gonna go and put a new one on, but for right now we're not focused on that. We just got to get this bumper sprayed. So all I want to do is wet sand this thing out, degrease it. We're gonna shoot some base coat on it and some clear coat. See you in a few minutes. So what we're gonna do now is just go ahead and pop the tail lights out of the car and get ready to start sanding. As you know, I've been talking about spraying the bottom half of the car silver, and I still want to do that. You know what, this will be a lot easier for now because it still may be a couple months before we paint the car. So we're just going to go ahead and paint match it to the rest of the car. This is going to be the easiest thing to do, and it'll show you guys just how easy this is to do, and you can do it in your own yard. All you need is an air compressor and a cheap paint gun. I want to make things as easy as possible for you guys. This is not my first rodeo, but I'm not a professional. I have done this many times before, and I've not had any trouble. I want to go ahead and start wet sanding on the bumper, and we're just going to jump to this. So what I'll be using is just a wet dry 320 grit sandpaper, just wrapped around a Scotch-Brite just for flexibility, and just a bottle of water. That's it. You can put some degreaser, a little bit of soap in there if you'd like. For right now though, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So here we go. That's going to wrap it up on the wet sanding. Everything looks pretty good. The bumper was pretty good to start with. So all we're going to do now is just rinse it off. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. So we're just going to use nothing but this little pump up sprayer, a little soap and water. I have one piece of 320 to do the job. A piece of Scotch-Brite to get in the letters down there, because you really need that. So when you're working on these letters, make sure you got a piece of Scotch-Brite or something so you can get down in there, else it will just, you know, the paint will just peel off. Well, alright guys, I'm going to finish this up. We've got her sanded down. It's about as good as it's going to get. We're going to go ahead and start taping everything off. I just went ahead and pulled the tail lights out because that's the correct thing to do. So
limited edition, let's do some simple addition. $50 for a t-shirt, that's just some ignorant bitch. I call that getting swindled and pimped. I call that getting tricked by business. That shirt's hella dope. And having the same one as 6 other people in this club is a hella don't peep game.
Well, alright, we're going to go ahead and mix this paint up. Sorry if it looks like I'm rushing, I actually am. I'm trying to get this done before the sun sets and the humidity starts to really come in. Although it is a bumper, you know, I do want it to look decent. Always strain going in and strain coming out. Well, alright, we got our paint mixed up. Got it in our paint gun. And by the way, guys, this is just a cheap cobalt gun from, I think it comes from Home Depot or Lowe's, I can't remember. But it's called a door jam gun. And this is what we're going to use to spray the bumper with. Alright guys, about to get started. I'm going to go ahead and put a little base on this thing. So you always just want to put light coats on to start with. Get underneath if you can. Get all your hard to reach spots first. Now you can get away with pretty much spraying this any way you want to, being the fact that it's just a solid. The metallics become a little bit harder, a little bit more tricky to do this with. But all you want to do is get a good light tack coat on the car. Alright guys, we got a light coat on the bumper. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry out real quick and finish it up. Okay, so we're getting there. We're on about kind of 1.5 to 2 coats. There's a couple spots that got to go back over and whatnot, but that's how simple it is to put some you know, some color on the car. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, and we'll pick back up when I start shooting clear. All right guys, we are running out of daylight. As you can see, the sun's creeping in on me, so we are about to shoot the clear coat. But this is the bumper with just the base coat on it. It's had about 15 minutes to tack up, so we're going to go ahead and shoot some clear on this thing.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. Used to dream about it.
Well, all right guys, as far as you are concerned, this is it. This is what it's going to look like. I'm going to put another coat of clear on it. I'm just going to put 2 good wet coats, but you know, this is what it's going to look like. You know, so you're going to get a little trash in it from being outside. Most of this will wet sand and buff out. So the bumper won't exactly match the rest of the car for right now. No problem. We're going to go ahead, finish this up, and this will be the color of the car. Don't be scared to go out and do your own stuff. I'm not going to tell you this is going to be perfect. There's bugs in the air, there's dust, there's whatnot, but it's a bumper. It's going to look a lot better than it did. You can always wet sand and buff it out later. Just real quick, the whole purpose of this video is to show you guys that, let's say you've got a bumper that's messed up on your car, or a fender or something like that, and it's just, you want to get out there and do it yourself. This video is just to prove to you that you can get out there and do things yourself. You have to have a little bit of faith in yourself, do a little bit of research, and just get out there and do it. This total project for this car probably cost me, I don't know, maybe 80 bucks to spray the rear bumper, maybe 50 bucks. There again, my channel is geared toward the budget guy. You know, the guy that wants to get out there, work on his own stuff or her stuff, and just have a sense of pride for what you do. So that's what this is. Look, sun's not even set yet. We're doing really good. I think all in all, that probably took about 2 hours to do, something like that. And the car looks pretty good. I can't really complain. Now you can nitpick this thing to death because it does have a little bit of trash in it. It does have a few things. I actually do have a surprise for you. We may not paint the car in a booth. We may just kind of set something up somewhere. So, you know, for you guys that don't have a booth and you want to try to, you know, you want to paint your own car, you don't know how to go about doing it, I want to see if I can't help you out there. So we'll see how that works out. We may just end up using the booth anyway, but if I can, I'm going to try to set something up for you guys to show you what to do. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of touch on that. I do throw in some, you know, higher end things, but for the most part, this channel is geared toward the budget guy that wants to get out and do his own thing. So I didn't want to leave you guys completely hanging. Guess I'll go ahead and show you a little bit of the bumper. Oh yeah, she looks good. Now there again, the paint does not match. That's okay. That is the original color of the car though. But as you saw before, you know, the bumper was black. So this is what it looks like now. It's wet. It's got plenty of clear coat on it. And for a bumper, it's perfectly fine with me.